first up, our first topic of today. Seeing that it's out on Friday, even though some retailers are releasing it actually tomorrow.
They are.
Yeah.
Call of
Game are doing
Duty
it
Black Ops 4. So, with the new Battle Royale mode, Blackout, actually, I haven't asked you guys, actually, who played the beta for Blackout?
Me.
Oh, you guys. Oh, great.
Raised our hands.
I'm glad, because I can throw the questions out to you guys, and I don't have to say anything.
You didn't play it. Ed, did you play it? Sorry.
I did.
You did? Oh,
He
okay.
played it with
Sorry.
me as well, momentarily.
All right, sorry, my bad.
So, obviously, that's going to be the major feature of this year's Call of Duty. In your honest opinion, in comparison to other Battle Royale games that are currently out on the market, how do you think Activision has done with their version? Ed?
Can I take...
Oh, James,
Ed,
go on, James, you go first.
No.
I'm pointing,
Let Ed go.
you're up on Discord, but you're actually down there on the actual one.
Jim, I'll let you take it
bet.
first because you wanted to jump in. You
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
I think they've done fantastically well. There's some teething problems, but it's mainly just teething problems. There's nothing major, nothing game ruining. Like literally, they could have released it as it was in the beta, and it would have done fantastically well. They've managed to keep, because Call of Duty is obviously very different from all other FPSs. It's very fluid, it's very fast, it's very quick. It's very different from stuff like Counter-Strike and other Battle Royale games, but they've managed to make a map as big as they have and still keep that fast-paced fluidity, and they've done so well with that, and that was my major concern, is obviously Call of Duty is a very fast-paced game. Going into Battle Royale, I was concerned that it was going to go very, very slow, and it just wasn't going to work in the realm of Call of Duty, and they've managed to keep that fast-paced fluidity, and it's just... it's absolutely amazed me. Really enjoyed it.
On my heart, I haven't even really seen any gameplay footage of the Battle Royale mode. At least I think with the way that everything obviously was happening with Clubit and getting this show together and everything, it kind of came out at the moment of the beta where it was all like my life was just like intense work.
Yeah.
So I kind of missed that. So like with collection of items and weapons, for someone like me who hasn't seen anything, how does it compare to like something like Fortnite?
It's virtually identical.
Yeah.
Fortnite's the exception because you run into those.
Well, it's not really identical.
Well, it's not.
Fortnite has
I mean,
rarity of
pick
items.
up.
So Fortnite was a bad example, but like to
Yeah.
PUBG, it's virtually identical.
Yeah.
So you still
No.
look at
Again,
the
it's very
item,
different.
No?
No. There's
You're not
pros and pluses to it. The problem is the main thing with that is obviously it puts up a lot of
Pros
stuff
and
on the screen
pluses.
at once. It doesn't show the damage varieties of the weapons, so you don't know whether the gun you're about to pick up does more damage than the one you've already got. It doesn't tell you whether it's like how ranged it is or anything like that. So again, that's an issue because you need to spend a lot more time in the menu just going through things to try and figure out. So
right.
very quickly transfer stuff. The one good thing that it does have, though, is that if you pick up like a muzzle brake, it automatically goes onto the gun, whereas obviously PUBG doesn't do that. So, but they have said in a few tweets that they have made a fast-acting inventory system to improve it and stuff like that. So they have combated that, but at the moment in the beta, it just wasn't great. It was good, but it wasn't great.
Ed, what did you think then to the beta and the Battle Royale?
For me, Call of Duty, whilst it has its stigma, obviously are very good at making shooting games. The one way you can extrapolate that even further to make it popular with a modern audience is by putting in a Battle Royale mode. And it's not hard to do. And they made a very nice detailed map with lots of different areas in it, with it's got loads of verticality, as it were. You know, it's very, very diverse map, and it's a lot of fun to play. It's very simple to get into. It has its intricacies, like Jim did mention, but generally, I think it's a very, very strong battle royale. There are quite a few reasons why I've become uninterested in things like PUBG, and that mostly because it's buggy, not because of the game type. So if Call of Duty can win my heart over in that way and not be bugged up the arse,
It should be bug-free. If you, I mean, it's a AAA title, so it should
Doesn't it have
be
a day one patch?
50 gig.
50 gig.
Yes, this is I think there was information released in the last 48 hours. So basically, there's a 50 gig patch, day one patch update for if you wish to play. So
the multiplayer.
The multiplayer. So if you put the disc in, you only need to get to 30% installation, and then you can actually play the Battle Royale mode.
While it's installing the
While
rest.
it's installing, so it's like 30%.
What is the rest?
It's the zombies, the multiplayer.
Can I just install the blackout mode?
No.
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 But you can
I don't
play
wanna-
it early while it's installing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I don't want to download zombies and all that. I just want blackout mode.
Oh, well, it's just us.
Do you wanna pay-
Call of Duty are good with that, and they were good at going. Oh, you want the single player? Here's the single player separate to the multiplayer sometimes, or here's
So,
zombies separate.
Ed, are you
sometimes
saying you want to pay £50 for the blackout? Is
No,
that what
I
you're saying?
pay £23 sterling.
Yeah,
and
but
no
currently the
greater.
price is say 50
Yeah.
for
No.
right.
I have to
I don't
admit,
want it
the
for that
only
price.
aspect of the Call of Duty game I am interested in is the Battle Royale. And I think, James, I mentioned this to you actually just the other night. Like, it would be nice if it was just separate on its own.
The
It will
thing
be.
is,
It will be.
it will eventually come out separate. I have no doubt about that. But the two things you're not going to please everybody by releasing it separately. The major issue is obviously everyone that's going to buy it on release. The same someone like me that's very interested in playing both the multiplayer and the zombies as well. I would have to go because they wouldn't discount the game. So say they take Blackout out, I would still be paying $49.99 for the main game. Then I'd have to fork out another 20 odd quid for Blackout.
It would just be DLC.
So for someone like me, I'd end up paying more money. But for someone like Ed, yes, it would work out more
I guess since
advantageous
one way
for
or
him.
another, Activision would find more of a way to get more money.
So it's either please the people that just want Blackout, or please the people that just want it all. So it's
Oh no,
it's better
I don't.
just to
Sorry, I
release
don't
it all,
mind
so.
buying it. It's
Mhm.
installing it all. I don't want to.
Right, okay, I'm with you. Yeah.
I want that as a separate entity for me to install.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
that's a good
I
idea.
don't want zombies.
The thing is, though, they're integrated. So back when you used to be able to do that, install them separately, but this time it's all integrated. So your character is the same across multiplayer, zombies, and battle royale. So
Oh, it's all
Right.
now they all need to be able to work together and talk to each other and stuff like that. So they can't be separate entities now, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Again, the pro of it is everything is seamless. So my character will be the same in zombies as it is in multiplayer, but obviously you have to install everything.
It wouldn't surprise
Yeah.
me, depending on how
Sure.
popular it obviously is, which it will be,
Mm.
that they would implement a system like that for you just to say, well, I just want this bit because I don't want the
Yeah,
rest of it.
they will release Blackout on its own, 100%. It was the same as when they released Call of Duty, and then Modern Warfare came with the game if you pre-ordered it. I think it was, or it
They
came
then
with it.
released it separate. didn't
And they were like,
Yeah.
"This is never going to be released on its own, etc., etc." But I'd actually spoken to a rep that had been in a game at the time, and he was like, "Yeah, it is getting released on its own. It's just they're keeping it quiet at the moment to boost sales of the game at the
whole
moment. 'Cause
game.
if they go, we're selling it separately, everyone would hold off and just buy it separately." So
Luke, what did you think to the beta?
What from playing it?
Yeah.
I thought
Jesus Christ.
have you written it down, boy, or something?
pardon.
He's building.
You were surprised. Do you know what I'm most excited about for Call of Duty as well? Because when me and him played it, his reaction, he never plays FPS games with me. Like, I'm a huge Battlefield fan, huge COD fan, and he never likes them. He just doesn't get on with them. So the fact that I'm most excited about this is because he's actually so excited about it. Like, it means that I'm going to be able to again play a COD game with Luke again, and that hasn't happened in.
I have to admit, that's what it basically is doing. It's
10
appealing to
years?
a much larger audience.
Yeah.
So for somebody like myself who is like, I love Call of Duty. I'm very picky which ones I buy. Like, I love the World War II game. Played obviously a few of the other ones as well. So I do like it. Is this, if I'm going to get into Battle Royale properly, is this probably a good one to maybe step into first and then maybe branch out into other ones? Because I play Fortnite. I'm crap at it. I really am terrible. I am ridiculously terrible.
I
played
still
a little
never
bit-
won by myself.
I've
I've
only
still
Have you
done
not?
once, just
No.
once.
It's really difficult to say because every Battle Royale game, even though they look very similar,
are different.
they're entirely different. So
feel different.
it's again, it's like when PUBG first was getting announced, everyone was looking at it and just going, "Oh, it's just another H1Z clone." It's because obviously H1Z1 was the only Battle Royale game really at the time.
King
So
of the Kill.
yeah, when PUBG got announced and they were showing gameplay footage, everyone was like, "It's literally just a H1Z1 clone, and it's gonna flop and stuff like that." But then once people actually got their hands on it, the difference was monumental. So again, it's very difficult to say just because you like this Battle Royale game, you're gonna like others.
Mhm.
So yeah, I wouldn't say just because you like the Call of Duty one, you'd like any others, but
This is
I can
certainly
also
one
ultimately
to-
say you will enjoy it.
I've got a
Duty
quick
one.
point of bringing, like Roger said, bringing new audiences in. at work, I work in a place with builders, right? So this guy came in and he was super stoked for Call of Duty. He buys them every year, just because he does. And he didn't even know Blackout was a mode in the game. And
right.
so I started to be like, oh my god, dude, you don't know about this mode, and I was like, sick. And then I started explaining, it's a bunch of old Call of Duty maps smashed into one huge map. You can run around anywhere. There's helicopters, there's ATVs, there's just guns everywhere. And you literally are thrown out of a helicopter, like Apocalypse Now style, come over the hill in choppers, throw yourself out, parachute down, grab a weapon, and you've just got to fight survival one, last man standing. Like, he was like, oh my god, I didn't even know. He's like, I've already booked a day off anyway. And I was like, now you're gonna this is a whole new surprise you didn't even know.
Luke,
That's great.
They should just
He doesn't even know
put that as a trailer. Like, for like, listen, guys, it's this fucking helicopters going over the hill.
Yeah.
Done. Like, everybody like thought.
It's great. And one other point as well is all shooters aim to have shoot mechanics like Call of Duty.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
So you've now got Call of Duty going, well, we could do Battle Royale.
Exactly.
And
And
the
the
fact that
epitome
they've
of
already
shooting.
said they're going to be doing like leagues and stuff like that is just.
On the topic of battle royales, have you guys ever heard of Battle Right? It's
Yes.
a game that's sort of like League of Legends / a bit more like World of Warcraft PvP.
Yeah, it is a
currently
MOBA.
They have
but-
well, yes, yeah, pretty much. It's
The
ostensibly,
Battle Riot one.
but they've
isn't
now
it?
got a battle royale mode.
They have, yeah.
And that's it's really, really fun. And Yoa
Very good.
was a massive proprietor of that. But that one's
Proprietor.
really, really fun.
But it's
I wanna
either-
try and get into
Yeah,
that.
it's very good though. Yeah, really good. Like the Battle Riot one is amazing.
I need to buy it and install it. But there's lots of fun battle royale ones, like Cuisine Royale. We got very into for a bit.
They've
That's
just
great.
added a battle pass system as well now.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe we should expand on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
To, the end of the show, or whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. What's the end of the show called?
The post
show.
show.
The
Post show.
In the
That's it.
meantime, we'll segue onto Roger's
Yeah.
segue.
So I think that kind of wraps it up really well because, like, I think it'd be interesting to see what happens when it gets released. Because, like, obviously the servers are going to go boom, it'll go down.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see actually how, like you say, Luke, with the general casual gamer, how they are going to react to it and see how they adapt to the battle royale genre. Because in essence, it's still a fairly new genre.
Yeah.
And this sort of would say is the game that's going to make it more mass market. And
I think
Admittedly, you can't get more mass market than Fortnite.
No.
I
think it's going to do really well though
That's a good
because of
point.
the
With
map.
kids though.
It's not a brand new map. It's a map made up of all the old maps. So like I was saying to you last night, like literally, it doesn't matter where you drop. If you've played Call of Duty before, you're instantly familiar with your surroundings. So like PUBG, I just drop and then I'm lost. Whereas this, you now know instantly where you are and you know your way around that particular section of the map. So it's
Well,
so good
you
for
do.
people that are.
You do.
Yeah,
But
do,
most
yeah.
people, I mean, they're very iconic maps. So very iconic. They're not.
Well, it
like,
depends what they're from.
obscure
Because they might be
ones.
iconic to you, but like I'll jump in there and be just as lost as I
Well,
would.
they're ones that have been like
You stick with
remade
me, Ed.
and reused.
We'll be
in
lost
Call of
together.
Duty again and
You
again,
and I,
so-
Roger, we'll pair up and those will be fun.
Back to
Like John
back.
Travolta, just like
We'll do a
like-
Clubit squad stream of it once it's out.
What buttons grenade?